Oh boy, let me tell you something. Do you know what we needed more of? We needed more Space Marines. Oh boy. You know, in all honesty, I really do like Space Marines, I swear. But it's just like more Space Marine boxes? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Why you gotta do this to me, Games Workshop? Can't you release more Eldar? Or can't you release more Tau? Tau are cool. You should release more Tau. You should release more Eldar. Ooh, you should really give the Tyranids an update. I mean, because I don't know. But I mean, these are the two new boxes coming out for this Arcs of Omen stuff. It also sounds like apparently Fulgrim's gonna come out, which is, whatever. Who cares? I mean, okay, it sounds like Fulgrim's gonna come out as a model, but hasn't Fulgrim and Angron been around and like out and doing stuff for a very long time? I thought that they would occasionally come out of their thing just to. I mean, Angron was on Armageddon, wasn't he? I don't know. But yeah, so these are the two new boxes. You get 10 assault intercessors here, you get 5 heavy intercessors, and you get a captain in Gravis armor. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I do think that Gravis armor doesn't look quite as cool as Terminator armor on captains. And I kind of prefer not to have my captains in Gravis armor, but I don't know. I also tend to prefer power swords because they make more sense to me. Chain swords are iconic and kind of cool, but like power sword, man, I'd rather just juju through the armor. I do like heavy intercessors. I'll say that as like models. I think they're kind of neat looking, but I just don't want to spend like $60 on 5 guys. That's just I don't really want to spend $60 on 10 guys, which is why I buy everything secondhand. But yeah, they're doing that, and they're also doing this. This seems like a better deal to me, especially if you like Chaos, and I do kind of like Chaos Marines. 10 Chaos Space Marine Legionaries and 20 Cultists. That's pretty cool. That's a nice little force just to add some infantry. Although, they also give you Abaddon of the Spoiler, and I don't know about you guys, but I have no interest in collecting Abaddon of the Despoiler. I want a new Farsight model. I want a new Farsight model that can cleave him in half. Man. I suppose it's kind of what we should have expected with the Arcs of Omen stuff, to have it be like more Space Marine stuff. I guess that's understandable. But I guess I just wonder, like, are Xenos ever really going to get their chance in the limelight? And is it ever going to be as anything other than, and then they were there and the Space Marines shot at them, but the Space Marines didn't just shoot at other Space Marines, they also shot at Xenos. I don't know. I guess I just kind of want something a little different. There's also this set here, which comes with, I guess, 5 Terminators. Looks like 10 possessed. Yeah, well, it says right there. 10 possessed, 5 Terminators, a Helldrake led by Infernal Demon Prince. The new Demon Prince model does look kind of cool, but I don't really know if I want to spend the money for a single model. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird to me, and the thing I was thinking about is that, like, in more recent times, it seems like a lot of these pieces are less coherent as, like, playing pieces, and more like, they kind of remind me more and more of, like, those anime figures that people will buy that are, like basically in one pose, and you paint them and you just have people look at them. But I don't know. It's also going to depend on how much these cost, because I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but a lot of these boxes are not great price. But I don't think anything in here actually mentions what the prices are. But I don't know. I mean, a combat patrol now is like at 150 or so bucks. I think it's somewhere in that range. And a lot of times, if you really look at the amount of plastic you get in these things versus, like, especially other brands, other not Warhammer brands, it's like a little ridiculous. And I mean, and if you really think about it, this is barely a force, right? Like, I don't think this amounts to much of anything, really. Well, let's see something here. Battle Scribe. I just want to see how many points if I just throw this in the Battle Scribe. So let's bring this back up. And then we'll bring Battle Scribe back up. Let's see. So we'll do a new roster. Yeah, okay, let's see. We'll do, I guess, what would this be? We'll just do Ultramarines. Okay. Okay. So, it's a Captain and Gravis armor. Assault Intercessor Squad. Do. And then heavy intercessors and heavy support. What are heavy intercessors under, actually? Scroll. Oh, they're just in regular troops choice. I'm dumb. Okay, but there you go. So let's see. For this altogether, that's 445 points. So, and I almost guarantee you that if you look at this thing, you know what it's probably going to be? This is probably going to be around 150 bucks. The 150 bucks for that many points, and that's assuming that you can keep bringing captains, because what are you going to do? You keep buying these like things to get more and more captains. You can't buy this multiple times, just because why would you want multiple Abaddon that is spoiler? Yeah, you're getting 16 models for 150 bucks probably. That's I'm just assuming that's what it's going to cost. Who knows how much it will actually cost. But and this is all for the boarding patrol attachment. Yeah, like they're doing all this boarding patrol type, or that's a weird thing to call it, boarding patrol. They're doing all this kind of stuff. I don't know. It just seems like it's not really that great of a set. But honestly, a lot of these sets, if you look at them, aren't really good places to start your army, and you're only getting like you're barely getting a playable army. Like very few people play around 500 points. You know. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me that all these boxes come out and A, they're always more Space Marines, and B, they just don't even really seem like they'd be that great of an addition to a force. Like, I guess this would be okay. They're pushing heavy intercessors like crazy, like mad. I'm telling you, it's kind of weird. I mean, I like them well enough, but I just don't want to spend the 60 bucks for 5 of them, man. That's just not key cat dollars worth it. I don't know. I mean, I would probably argue that a lot of the combat patrols that already exist are probably better options, generally speaking, because why would you even need a separate why would you need a separate combat patrol for boarding actions? Can't you still do basically troops going in, just don't bring vehicles? I thought that was what it was. I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of disappointed with a lot of the newer stuff that comes out because it's always Ultramarines or Black Legion, or it seems like that's frequently what it is. And and this is another thing I was just gonna mention. Abaddon is your first step into an even grimmer and even darker future. It's like I don't need Warhammer to get grimmer and darker. I mean, some people probably enjoy that, and some of this art looks pretty, but it's like, what is the point of all this? Why, if you wanted to do a fun campaign that all kinds of people could get involved in, can you just do it all online and not have people buy the books and stuff? I don't know. I'm not really big on Abaddon. I don't find Abaddon particularly interesting. I think in the Black Legion books he's kind of okay, but I think Iskandar Kaon, is it Iskandar? Iskandar Kaon is probably the more interesting part of those books. Um, and yeah, oh no, big explosions. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Every time they do stuff like this, it just always feels like it's not particularly interesting. And then to make it so that, the new box sets are just Black Legion and Space Marines is just kind of the yeah. And I like Space Marines, but I don't know, man. I really want some new Tyranid stuff. I want some new Tau stuff. I want some new other stuff. But maybe it's just not for me. And lots of people like these kinds of things, and I'm sure plenty of people will buy them and love them. I mean, it's just like the supply drop things. I didn't think those looked very good, but tons of people bought those. So, whatever. But yeah, hopefully new combat patrols will be released for the Tyranids at some point here soon. I want new Tyranids so I can hug them and have them have little cat tails and cat ears. Wouldn't that be cute? A gene stealer with cat ears? And then it wouldn't serve the hive mind, it would serve me, and it would go, hello, would you like a biscuit? That's a much better use of its time. I don't know, I kind of just wanted to ramble about, I thought the more these things didn't look like they were going to be great deals. But whatever, I think that might just be a me thing. Okay, bye-bye. Have a great day.